is another. EG Media Group production.
Create, connect, convert.
This is the Small Business Monthly Expo podcast.
The best source for business owners, from entrepreneurs to corporations.
We're here to help your business grow throughout the Midwest and the nation.
Now, here's your host, Jim Wright.
Hey, I am Jim Wright, and we're at the St. Louis Small Business Monthly Expo, and we're here learning about people's businesses, and it's just a small snippet of what you'd learn if you were here at the expo itself, where you can meet hundreds of business people. You could hand out your cards, you could try to do business with them, but most of all, it's just interaction with other people. First time we've podcast live, I think, and we're just glad to do it. I have a real interesting guest with us today. It's about beef and pork. Oh my, how great is that? And we'll get into that right after this.
And now a word from our sponsors. You've made the monumental decision to sell your business. Maybe the sale is your retirement nest egg, or perhaps you're not ready to sell, but you need to raise more capital so you can scale. You now have the task of placing a non-emotional market value on the business you've built, the business to which you've likely devoted a good part of your life. How do you navigate which accepted valuation methodologies or combination of formulas to use? Your CPA may suggest one conventional approach, your banker another. The truth is, there's nothing conventional about the valuation process. Every business and situation is unique. You deserve an experienced partner who has your best interest in mind, a trusted resource to not only work with you to determine a valuation, but prepare you for the valuation process and all that it entails. That partner is Innovative Business Advisors. Learn more at innovativeba.com. We'd love to have a conversation with you about your business. That's innovativeba.com.
Hi, I'm Julia with Small Business Monthly St. Louis. We'd like to invite you to join us for the St. Louis Business Expo and Business Growth Conference at the St. Charles Convention Center. Not only is this the largest business-to-business expo in the Midwest, but business owners and key employees can gain months' worth of valuable contacts and clients in just a few hours. And the best part is, it's all free. To register, visit stlexpo.com or call us at 314-569-0076. Thanks, and I'll see you at the St. Louis Business Expo and Business Growth Conference.
Join us for the next Small Business Monthly Expo, November 8th, 2023 at the St. Charles Convention Center.
Hey, welcome to the St. Louis Small Business Monthly Expo podcast. I'm Jim Wright, and I have a guest with me today, Rockael, is Stubblefield. And she is with Brush Creek Valley Farms. Mm-hmm. What is that?
So my husband and I, we pasture raise beef and pork on our farm in Cuba, Missouri, and we ship meat boxes nationwide. And we ground deliver from Waynesville to St. Louis, Missouri a couple times a week.
Great.
That's what we do. Yeah.
That is amazing. How? Yeah. And you all over the country or the world?
All over the country.
Okay.
We don't do international just yet. I'm taking care of.
There's probably some hoops you have to jump through to do that.
I'm sure, and I don't have the time right now to work on that.
So you raise them from small to... where they get prepared.
To when they're harvested, yeah, some. A lot of times we'll buy them, off of our father-in-law, and we'll finish them out the last couple of months. And we also are part owners of a local USDA processing facility, so we take them to our processors and then we deliver. Yeah.
So what makes it different than just going down to the local supermarket and buying beef or pork? What makes you different?
Well, the taste, the smell, and the way it looks is one, but really, whenever you buy from your local farmer, whether it's us or our next door neighbors, whatever, we're not injecting them with hormones, we're not injecting them with preservatives, which in the grocery store they do. They have, if it doesn't sell, they have to sell it somehow, right?
Oh.
It's just the way it is.
Sure.
So yeah, you know what you're getting. It's real meat, raised right. You know what you're putting into your body when you get it, and it really does taste better. I just have customers all the time telling me, like, oh my gosh, it smells different. When I'm making this burger, it smells different. So, yeah.
So you're one of the barbecue people who love to barbecue. You're one of their favorite people.
Yes.
That's great.
That's us.
What's a good customer for you?
A good customer for us is anyone that's tired of going to the grocery store, not knowing what to buy, tired of spending too much money at the grocery store. You can go to our website, order a box of meat to feed your family for a month or a week, whatever you want to do, and you just thaw it out and it's ready to go.
Yum.
You know?
So I can buy a small box. I got a little get together this week, and I just want to have a few steaks and
you can,
or I can get like a whole half beef or a full beef.
Yeah, so we do have a variety. You can kind of pick and choose the cuts of meat you want. You can build your own box of beef and pork. You could get a quarter, half, or whole beef and customize it however you want. Or we also have meat boxes that are already curated. So we've got family grill boxes. We've got a variety box. If you don't want to pick yourself, we've got a slow cooker box. We kind of choose for you.
Sometimes I've bought a hog or something before, and it's hard to think, how much sausage do I want and how much bacon do I want? And you get it and you're kind of disappointed because that's not as much bacon as you really wanted.
Oh, it's never enough bacon.
Yeah,
I mean, you never get enough bacon.
But they go to your website and they can order. If they don't get what they want, they can order more.
They can order more. That's right.
Great. That's great.
Yeah.
When you say you finish out the beef if you buy from somebody else, what does that do? You feed them a special feed?
Well, so we pasture raise our animals. So all of our animals, they're on pasture every day of their life. The last 90 to 120 days, depending on the frame of that animal, we'll give them corn in addition. And it's non-GMO corn, but we give that in addition to the grass. Like we basically sprinkle it on top of the grass.
Sure.
They'll nibble at the corn, eat the grass, whatever. We find that's really good. It makes it a really high quality product. It's a good variety diet. They get extra vitamins and minerals that way, and it adds like the perfect texture and marbled flavor for that steak. So
have you learned a lot about beef and pork?
A lot.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up farming, but my husband did, and he's a good teacher. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Probably more than you want to know.
No, I love it.
That's great.
I love it.
That's
great. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, do you have a family?
We do. My husband and I, we've got 2 little kids. I've got a 3-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy, and they keep us very busy.
Do either one of them seem interested in the cattle?
Both of them very interested.
Oh, that's great.
But we'll see as time goes on. I hope they always have a farm. They don't have to do what we do, but I do hope they have a farm and have animals to take care of.
Because when we come to you, we know it's a wholesome family business.
That's right.
That you've got kids to feed, and if you want to continue doing that, you have to have a good product.
Yes, exactly, and it is a good, high-quality product.
Very good. And how do we get a hold of you?
BrushCreekValley.com, or you can email us at brushcreekvalleyfarms@gmail.com.
That's terrific. Thank you so much, Rockael, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. Coming up, we're going to have a quick conversation with Ron Amelin, the president of the St. Louis Small Business Monthly, when we get back.
As a CEO, spreadsheets come with the territory, but I can't escape asking myself these questions. In what areas should I devote more focus and develop more understanding so I can properly interpret my company's real financial health? How do I take that data and use it to create and implement a plan to increase profits and discover the company's true financial potential?
Enter CEO to CEO. We believe these are the types of questions a good CEO or business owner should be asking. We've helped hundreds of CEOs and leaders understand the true cash flow, bankability, and actionable real-time management opportunities in their respective companies. We have a knack for making the complicated easy, and to many, fun to understand. We have virtual sessions online, and we also offer one-to-one CEO coaching. CEO to CEO exists to help businesses and business leaders realize their full potential. Reach out today at ceo2ceo.coach. CEO, the number 2, CEO.coach. That's ceo2ceo.coach.
This segment brought to you by E4E. E4E, or Experts for Entrepreneurs. Operating a business is complex and time-consuming. Being successful requires expertise in many different functions. We have first-hand knowledge working with the entrepreneurs and family businesses in the Experts for Entrepreneurs Partners community. Go to e4e.com for more information, and don't fly alone.
You want to be an exhibitor at our next Business Expo and Business Growth Conference.
Not only is this the largest business-to-business expo in the Midwest, business owners and key employees can gain months' worth of clients and contacts in just a few hours.
With over 20 seminars and keynote speakers,
This is a can't-miss event for hundreds of business owners.
Types of industries that exhibit:
Health insurance,
design services,
credit bureaus,
credit cards,
employee incentives,
business coaches.
just to name a few.
If you'd like more information on how you can be an exhibitor at the next Business Expo and Business Growth Conference,
Go to stlouisbusinessexpo.com.
one day.
A lifetime of change.
Hey, it is Jim Wright. We're here with the St. Louis Small Business Monthly Expo. This is our podcast, and we work with some fantastic people today. Been around the expo and talked with everybody except the grand poobah of the St. Louis Small Business Monthly himself, Ron Amlin. Ron, it's good to have you with us today.
Great to be here. Thank you for coming.
You kind of had to be here, didn't you?
Oh, I did, yeah. But it's always fun to be here and connect with all the business people in St. Louis.
And I've connected with many of your visitors today, and it's kind of like a who's who in business, if you will. It's people who really care about the rest of the business community, and they want to make your business better in some way, and that's why they're here today.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of everything here. We've got older entrepreneurs here. We've got young entrepreneurs here. We've got those interested in owning a business, others who've been in business for 20, 30 years. So there's really no other spot where you can go in one day under one roof and meet the hundreds of business professionals that you can meet here at the Expo.
I agree, and that's quite diverse.
It is. Well, like I said, we're diverse in the types of businesses that are here. We're diverse in the types of ages of business owners we have. Again, there's really nowhere else you can go under one roof in one day and meet hundreds of business contacts.
Yeah, right. What does it take these days to keep your newspaper fresh and alive and applicable to the business community?
Sure. I think a lot of what we do is really just sharing best practices and tips and strategies that local business owners are using each and every day to build better businesses. And so that's what we try to do with our magazine. We try to go out there and find the businesses that are using these techniques, strategies, and tips, and then share them with others so we can pass it along.
Yeah, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. There's somebody that's already done that.
Right, definitely. Yeah. And so, and we find that really helpful for a lot of businesses, because especially since they're local, unique businesses, because people really want to find out what St. Louis businesses are doing to build and grow.
And like I said, it's a place where people can actually come and say, I'm in this business community and a great part of it, and here's the new product or service that I offer.
And so many entrepreneurs and business owners that come through our doors, they support these local businesses. And so that's one of the great things about being here. You know, everybody who walks in this door is really about building better businesses in St. Louis. And so that's what makes this show so unique.
Now, I've noticed not only does the business persons sit behind their booth, but they get out there and talk to others and help make them customers, and also doing business with the people they're meeting. B2B. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these folks, because they come here every year and have a booth at the show, they really get to know one another, and they start building partnerships and friendships, and they start doing a lot of business together. It's
so nice that somebody in the business community cares enough about business to say, I'm going to make this thing happen. And you have done that consistently.
And the great thing is about this show is that there are so many shows where you have to go out of town to learn best practices and share ideas and network with folks. And that takes a lot of money, and it takes travel time, and it's a lot of time out of your schedule. And the great thing about this show is it's right here in St. Louis. I mean, today we had seminars where we talked about, best practices and everything from marketing to IT.
Yeah, I've talked to some of those seminar people, and they come on and talk with me for a couple of minutes, but then I hear their seminars going on for, 15, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of information they're giving out there for free.
Definitely. And the thing is, it's right here local in St. Louis. You don't have to travel miles and miles to get this kind of advice and this kind of insight into your business.
Ron, this luncheon focused on the 100 St. Louisans you should know to succeed in business. Now, I know we have another expo November the 8th this year. Is it going to be the same type of thing?
November 8th, we are going to focus on the best companies in St. Louis. So there's 17 different categories. We're going to honor the best banks. We're going to honor the best accounting firms. Several different categories will be there. And these are going to be the top companies in the St. Louis region are going to be here to accept their award. So we have 5 in every category. We have, I think, 17 categories. So we're going to be honoring businesses from the best IT to the best banks.
That's great. And how do you pick those folks? How can I nominate a business?
Our readers pick those individuals during the month of June. We have an online survey that they fill out, and they tell us who's doing the best in each category.
Well, great. Well, we're so glad that you're here and that you put this on for us, and we just want to know, how do we check out more about the St. Louis Small Business Monthly?
You can check out stlexpo.com, and it'll give you any of the information you need on that. The magazine, you can check out sbmon.com. We'll take you right there.
And where do we pick up those magazines?
You can pick them up anywhere around town. There are specific drop points in every zip code we have.
If you want one, you can get it, right?
You can, definitely.
That's great. Anything else you'd like everybody to know?
No, we'll see everybody November 8th.
Sounds perfect. Thank you so much for being with us, Ron.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you for listening to the podcast today, and you can follow us more on sbmon.com. Remember, the Small Business Monthly is the source for business owners.
Here's another EG Media Group production.
Create, connect, convert.